Part 4, the body. Okay, now we've got the arms on, we take a long piece, slither of core wool, and we wrap it around the body, underneath the arms, and down to where we stopped twisting the wire. So just put that on, and that's, as you can see here, it's like dressing a baby. You push the arms to get them out of the way. Okay, now we just, to start to felt that in, we have got wires in the middle, so be careful with your needles, but we felt that in just to make the body. Now we don't want it hard, but we do want it firm, so not too squishy. There we go. And you can see here that I'm actually attaching it to the wool that we used when we attached the arms, the bit that we put in the centre there, the cowl part, and we're attaching it under the arms as well, because what we don't want is gaps. So there we go, put the arms down, see what it looks like. And at this point you can see how your arms look. On her left arm there, she's got a bit of a bulge. The wool has moved, so I will sort that out during this same part of the job here. And again, we're needle felting up from the bottom and putting her head over the edge so that we're not going to squash her face while we're working on this, and just needle felting it in. I did actually move her back onto the mat there, but I'm not pressing down hard. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, a little bit, doing a little bit of an extra twist there. That's trying to help to keep the wool from sliding down the body. And I'm trying to shape it a little bit so that it's wider at the chest and narrower at the waist. Now the waist is not at the bottom of this core wool, that's actually the crotch. So I'm going to do the waist. It's going to be about 2/3 of the way down the body. So we take some of the same wool as we used on the sleeves. You can do it differently. You can do a different wool if you want to make it more interesting, but I'm trying to make this as a bodice, maybe the top of a dress, or a separate top to a skirt. I don't know yet, but this is what I'm doing. It's a bodice or a blouse or jumper or whatever you want to call it. So here we go. And take it round the back, and you can see here that I am making sure that I am needle felting that coloured wool right up to the back of the head and under the arms there. And although I've put it at an angle, you won't be able to see it eventually because the others will come over the top, and we can just make it really, really nice and smooth. Now bringing those fluffy bits round to the front there is not going to be a problem. You're not going to see them because it's very fluffy, and we're going to needle felt it in. Now here you can see that I'm actually repairing the sleeve a little bit because it had that big bulge in it, and yeah, repairing because I noticed it and I've sorted it out. But we have got the main part of the body here, and we're not quite down as far as the waist, but I do like to bring the bodice colour right the way down to what will be the crotch, or the top of the legs. And when we do the legs, depending on whether we're making them trousers or whether we're having bare legs, if we're having bare legs, then I will put some kind of pants on, and because you will have people that will lift the skirt to see what's underneath, and I like to make it look as realistic as possible, so I like to put in a pair of pants. If we're doing trousers or leggings, then the pants will be made of the same colour as the leggings, trousers, and will be done at the same time. So Once I've made up my mind exactly what I'm doing, because I do make these things up as I go along, as you may have noticed in some of my previous videos, I have a plan, but the plan is to make something nice and do the whatever I feel like at the time and what looks good to me. Sometimes I'll do something and I don't like it and I will take it off and start again, but that's just how it is with needle felting, and this is why it's such a good craft, because you can do that. You know, I mean, if you're painting a picture, it's very, very difficult to change it once you've got the paint on, other than to start all over again. But with needle felting you can change parts of it. You can change individual colours, individual items, change the shape of things by needle felting it more or adding more wool or whatever, but you can make a lot of changes as you go along. So now I'm just getting rid of those fluffy bits and needle felting them into the main part of the body. There we go. Pushing it up again, because we do need that wire down there to attach the legs to, so we need to make sure that we don't cover that all the wire up. And there we go. That's great. Lovely. I'm obviously being careful that I'm not going to hit the wires, because the wire in the body part is double, because we twisted it, so it's quite a big thick piece of wire in the middle there, and you don't want to hit it. I did hit it once with my needle, and it got caught, but I was lucky. I was able to pull it out without breaking the needle or damaging it at all, so I was lucky there. Now I'm just trying to add a little bit of shape here, approximately where I want the waist to be, just so that I know what I'm doing, what's going where, and that's approximately where I want the waist to be. That's it. And once I've got that marked in, we'll be almost ready to start on the legs. That's where my needle got caught, but as you can see, I pulled it out and it was alright. Because the needles have barbs, it's a bit like you know, a fish hook. If it goes in and gets caught on something, you just have to be fairly careful taking it out. Sometimes if you hit the wire dead on, the needle will break or it will bend, and once it's bent it will probably go on and break later. There we go, just making the shoulders and the arms look good. Yeah, making sure everything is attached before we stop playing with the body and start thinking about the legs. So there you go. You've got your little waistband there, or the narrower part for your waist. So whether you're going to turn this into a dress or a skirt or trousers or whatever, you've got your waist marked out there. Okay, so I'm just putting my wires so that I've got one towards the front and one towards the back, make it easier to put the legs on, and making sure that the head hasn't been turned round too much with the moving of the wire down there. Okay, thank you for watching.